Okay, don't know. Uh, Someone is added. I can't able to find. Okay. Okay, guys. Now we can start with the storage devices. Okay. So what are the different storage devices? Magnetic storage is there, optical storage is also there. What is this magnetic storages? Of course, other way of storage, the third way of storage is also there. That is like a flash storage. I didn't add that flash here, but so there is three types of storages: magnetic, optical, flash. Flash means like SD cards, pen drives, your SSDs. All are this like a flash memory type, means chip type of storages. It's inside data stores in the chip. Okay. These two are traditional points. Hard disk, of course, I will explain the hard disk. Hard disk is already be done. This is a hard disk. Inside, this is a hard disk. Hard disk is a mass storage device. Mainly purpose is to store your operating system, applications, and data. It's a non-volatile memory. Inside a hard disk, there is a round disk. This is magnetic coated alloy material. Okay, it's like a aluminum alloy material which contains a magnetic coat on it. The data stores on this disk only. This is called platter. This is called a platter. The round one is platter. If you see, this is a accuter arm. Accuter arm, and this is a accuter. With the help of this accuter, the arm will move from inside to outside like this. It will read and write like this. Okay. So that is what it will do. At the tip of this arm, there is a read and write header. You read the data on the platter and write the data on the platter. This is inside your hard disk. It is a magnetic coating is there, magnetic read and write is there. Okay. So this hard disk having two attachments. Of course, this hard disk also comes with a different sizes also. When I was using the computer first time, that is 10 GB. Then I got a new laptop after 10 years. Then it is 40 GB hard disk. Okay. So now we are having 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabytes of hard disk also available in the market, just normal hard disk itself. Okay. The hard disk having a two types of interface. One is PATA interface, another is a SATA type of interface. PATA interface means it's a 40-pin connector. We should use this type of ribbon cable to connect your motherboard to hard disk. Okay, this is a PATA interface. It's a 40-pin pins. This is a PATA interface, and this is that related cable connector, data connector. It is one side it is go to the motherboard, other side it go to the hard disk. We can connect two hard disk or one hard disk, one CD-ROM, like that also we can able to connect it. Okay, to the motherboard, like a ribbon type of cable it is. SATA interfaces are 7-pin connectors. This is the data connector. This is 7-pin connector. And we use this type of single line cable. Okay, so for data, one side it go to the hard disk, other side it go to the motherboard. Okay. So SATA 3 version also came, that is 6 Gbps data transmission speed. SATA is a faster than PATA. So currently we are using this SATA interface hard disk only. We are not using PATA interface hard disk. That is gone just so many years back only. Okay. So this is about a small information about hard disk. Different sizes are available. These are currently not using, that's floppy disk. Floppy disk and zip drives, almost all, not almost all, it is gone from the market. Okay, no one is using because of floppy disk is itself, it is the 1.44 MB maximum size. 1.44 MB. Nowadays, you cannot store even a picture. Maybe text file you can put it, but documents and all you cannot put it. When I was in my diploma, after my diploma, I have to submit a project. So I use a floppy disk to store my project files. Okay. These floppy disks and the disk drives are completely removed from your systems. Now it is not available. Earlier it is one class separately. It is inside of a floppy disk, there is a magnetic material is there. So there it is data is stored. Another one is zip drives. Zip drives is also heavy data transmission type. It's look like a floppy disk, but drives are separate. We cannot insert it to floppy disk drives, but separate drives are there. Same concept of floppy disk, but the bigger the sizes are available to transmit heavy data, to transmit operating systems, okay, from one system to another system. Like people want to install 10 computers or 50 computers at a time. Very olden days, they use zip drives. Okay. So the concept is different. Now both are gone from the market. Next one is tape drives. Of course, these tape drives still people are using. Okay, you may not see it just look like a DVD recorder type of things. So earlier DVR is there, so that is we use the cassette. CC cam data will store in a tape drives. We in our places like shops and all, they use a hard disk. Okay, but in some organization use tape drive to store this CC cam data. Okay, so because once it is recorded, they remove it and they will insert a new one once it is full. And tape drives, don't think it is a lightly, guys. Still, we are using tape drives. If you go to the cloud solutions, any infrastructure like a servers, data centers, for their deep archiving purpose, they use a tape drives. Tape drives are cheaper solution, cheaper backup solution. You take a backup, you have to store the backup in some place, right? So where you will store? So better, cheaper solution is tape drives. Of course, recording will take time and restoring will take time. But when any disaster occurs, you can connect your tape drives and you can restore the data. Even if you go to the cloud computing, so there is a archive management is that deep drive storage. Okay, 180 days, 1 year, like that it is there. So they also use for backup purpose tape drives because simplifying cost. And these tape drives also available in a different sizes, 40 GB, 80 GB, 160 GB, 320 GB, like that. You can see that. Okay. So these are the magnetic type of storages. Guys understand? So magnetic type of storages, magnetic storage devices. Optical storages. What are the optical storages? CD-ROMs, DVDs, Blu Ray kind of stuff. The CD-ROM is a capacity to store 700 MB. So usually 600 to 650 MB we can able to store, but they given like a 720 MB higher. Okay. So DVDs is 4.7 GB. It's a very high density compared to CD. CD, DVD, Blu-ray are look like a same sizes, but the storing capacity is different. DVD is 4.7 GB. Okay, in double layer DVDs also there. That is 8 or 8.5 GB storage. Almost like 8 GB we can able to store guarantee. Blu-rays came into the market, but it is not more highlighted in the market. It's like a general public market, not highlighted. Why? Because of the Blu-ray, the read and writers is a costly, and the Blu-ray disc itself, it is very costly. But storage capacity is 25 GB, 50 GB kind of capacities are there. Like a single layer, double layer kind of stuff. Okay. Still, Blu-rays are using, but not by normal or people, not even a big industries. If you know PS4, gaming kind of stuff, PS4, Xbox, those DVDs are there, no? This gaming CD DVDs. It's nothing but a Blu-ray type, Blu-ray only. Because the gaming data is that is high definition, right? 4K type of definition. So then it's not a small size; it is a bigger the size. So Blu-ray is only fit. Okay, still you want to play something at the Blu-ray. If you have a PS4 or a Xbox, then you can play in it. Okay. Now discless is also coming, but digital versions also came. But Blu-ray is still good. Okay. Because why Blu-ray is not upcoming? Cost. One is cost. Second one is you got USBs, external hard disk, USB pen drive. You want to transfer the data, you can put it in pen drive. Okay. And now it is cloud. So if any important documents are there, you can store in OneDrive or Google Drive, right? You can store in the any personal cloud storage spaces. You can store, you can access from anytime, anywhere. So you don't need to carry any device with you also, not even a pen drive also. And purchasing of pen drives market is also very less. Very few people will use using maybe. Okay, maybe they want to carry some 2 GB, 3 GB, 4 GB data easily. Okay, so maybe some videos, audio files, and people are not by downloading audio files also, right? So songs, people are not downloading. Simply go to the Wink or some Spotify, something is there, na? So take a subscription, free subscriptions also available. You can play easily. YouTube will give all fields free. Okay, you don't take a subscription, only skip the ads. Okay, there's a lot of storage challenges, and whatever the previous solution is, may not work right now. So that's the point. Right, guys, in the understand up to here. So DVD, Blu-ray.
Yes, sir, we got it.
Okay, so SCSI, 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 SCSI. Okay, small computer system interface. It is not using in our regular desktop environment or laptop environments, in our home environments, small business environments, we don't use SCSI. These SCSI things will use in the enterprise levels only, and mainly in the server environment, data centers, we use the SCSI parts. Okay, so we have a SCSI disk are there, SCSI disk, SCSI CD-ROM, SCSI printer, SCSI scanner. So we can able to connect a multiple disk to one single system. Normally, if you take a desktop, so we can attach a maximum of 4 hard disks on it. But here it is, you can connect 50 to 25 disks easily in the one single server using SCSI interfaces. Okay, both internal and external also we can connect the devices like internally hard disk, externally printer scanners, we can able to connect it. Okay, this technology also like a dash technology is storage type is dash storage type. Now it is changed to SAS storages. The disk type is changed SCSI disk to SAS disk. What is SAS disk? Is serial attached SCSI, because the oldest SCSI disk is a parallel port connectivity. So you have to use a ribbon cable to connect it. And this is a serial attached storage. Serial attached SCSI disk. It is a SCSI disk, but connectivity is like a SATA type of interface connectivity, serial connectivity it is. So if you go to any data centers, okay, possible I will show that one also. So the hard disk is there for storing a server data kind of stuff, okay, but it is a separate like a hot swappable kind of that. Just only for names I'm giving. And again, once again, we'll see the different storages. What we are using right now is to store your operating system, applications, and data. What are the storage devices we are using here? Internal hard disk, mainly SATA hard disk. PATA we are not using. We are using SATA hard disk. We are not using PATA right now. So we are not using PATA. SATA internal hard disk we are using. Either desktop or laptop, internally SATA hard disk. Our recent, very recent laptops are coming with the SSDs. In SSDs also two types of interface. SATA interface SSDs, NVMe M.2 type of interfaces are there. Two type of interfaces of SSDs are there. You buy a laptop, so when you are buying a laptop, if it is comes with SSD, ask the guy, it is SATA interface or M.2. M.2 is a faster than SATA interface SSD. I will explain that one also. Okay. In your mobile phone also you have a storage, right? So in olden days, people put a simple terminology, RAM and ROM. Your RAM is 2 GB RAM, 8 GB ROM. Actually, it is not a ROM. Okay. Actually, in a mobile phone, what is they said ROM storage? That is not ROM. That is eMMC storage chip. eMMC is a like a chip type of storage only, like SSD. It's a simple chip. Okay, which is directly on your mobile phone. Our mini laptops contains this eMMC chip, like a 32 GB eMMC chip, 64 GB eMMC chip, 128 GB. Like you buy a mobile, you have seen the internal storage, like 128 GB, 256 GB. So that is eMMC chip only. Okay. So these are all for internal storage purpose. Okay. And also you can store data externally, like a pen drives, external hard disk and SSDs. Okay. To store data externally, these devices. To store data, operating system, okay, your applications, we use internal storages. These are the internal storages. Understand, guys? Hard disk, SSD, eMMC,
Yes, sir.
internal, external.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, wait. Okay, so already I explained what is a hard disk. Otherwise, we can go once more. Okay, now on. Okay, this is a hard disk. It is contains a platter. Okay, the platter stores data. Your data stores on this platter only. Okay, and this is a acute ROM as a read and write header, which read the data from this platter and write the data to the platter. This hard disk contains an interface. The older one is SATA interface, sorry, PATA interface hard disk are there. It is a 40 pin interface. To connect this hard disk to motherboard, we use this type of ribbon cable. One side of ribbon cable goes to the motherboard, other side of ribbon cable goes to the hard disk. To the ribbon cable, we can connect two devices, maximum two devices for one single ribbon cable. Two hard disks, one hard disk, one CD-ROM, or two CD-ROMs like that we can connect. Only thing is it should be a part interface. Another type of one which is currently we are using in the hard disk is SATA interface one. So this is a SATA 7-pin connector. This is data connector. This is the power connector. The bigger one is power connector. The smaller one is data connector. So this is a data connection cable. So one side of cable go to the hard disk, other end of the cable go to the motherboard. Okay. So all we are using SATA interface. Current SATA is a version 3. SATA is usually the faster than PATA interface hard disk. So faster read and write means data transmission is higher compared to SATA. Compared to PATA, SATA is higher. In this hard disk also, so we use these two are internal hard disk. So I've written an external hard disk, but these two are internal hard disk only. Either it is PATA or SATA internal hard disk only. Of course, we are using SATA interface hard disk. Okay. In this internal hard disk, we have two sizes also there. 3.5 inches, 2.5, 3.5 inch, and 2.5-inch hard disk. Okay. So what is this hard disk? 2.5, 3.5 inches hard disk. 3.5-inch hard disk. Like you need a hard disk, you go to the Google and go to the Amazon, you purchase a hard disk. But where you use that hard disk? Is it for a desktop purpose or laptop purpose? Okay. For laptops, it's 2.5. It's a smaller size hard disk. It's a SATA hard disk, but it is small size hard disk, 2.5-inch hard disk. Okay. See the sizes. Okay. For laptop, the smaller one, 2.5-inch hard disk, SATA interface. 3.5 inches for desktop because desktop having more space to insert your hard disk. So you can use 3.5. You can use 2.5 in the desktops also. Possibility is there. Okay. But in generally, we don't do like this. We use 3.5-inch hard disk for desktop purpose and compulsory 2.5 inches required for a laptop purpose. Okay. So that is that. Another type of hard disk is external hard disk. Another type is external hard disk. Okay. What is this external hard disk? Sometimes we cannot able to, we don't, we don't store all the data in the system, right? Even I have a lot of data in my hard disk, inside my laptop. See, it is almost all full. It's not almost all, already full it is. So I have a data. So those data is not required to keep in your system. You can store it in somewhere else if it is currently not required, not immediately or not required to access. So I will keep this data somewhere else. Okay. So it is better for me to store. Even see, these are my virtual machines. So this is not required to store somewhere. Better I will delete it. Okay. So if you go to my C drive, so go to the download. See, lot of data is there. In a downloads itself, I have around 19 GB data is there. See, these are video recording, not required to be there. I can delete it. Some data is required, but not accessing right now. So my old documents, old files are there. Even if you see my desktop, so I have a lot of data is there. Okay. If currently not required, currently I'm not accessing it, so better I will store in the external hard disk. These external hard disk also available in different sizes. Okay. What is the purpose of external hard disk? To store data which is not required to be in your PC. To transfer the data from one PC to another PC. Okay. To transfer the data from one system to another system. For example, I downloaded an important file, heavy data it is. So like a 4 GB data is there, one operating system, 5 GB, 6 GB data is there. Okay. Someone asked me like a Sai processor or maybe Madhusudan Reddy sir asked me that is, I need the data. So I will connect my external hard disk, copy it to external hard disk, give it to him. So he will copy. Or maybe I'll take his external hard disk, copy into him. Okay. For transferring heavy data from one device to another device. To storing the data which is not required to be stored in your PC. Okay. Backup. So you want to take a backup of your system. You want to safekeeping your data into the external location. So you can use the external hard disk. Yeah, I missed this image. That's why this is a good one. It's look good. Okay. So this is purpose of external hard disk. Guys, okay up to here? Purpose of 3.5 inches, 2.5 inches, external hard disk, SATA, PATA.
Sir, a small doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can we connect the external hard disk through USB?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Generally, currently we are using the USB 3.1 also came. Okay, so it's here we connect with a USB only. Okay, so it is very simple to connect and transfer data. So you don't require to restart your PC. All these things not required. Okay, I have first one is 320 GB. First one is 320 GB. When I was working in one institute, so I downloaded a lot of data. I have some documents. I prepared a lot of PPTs there. So what I have done, so I purchased this 320 GB external hard disk. I connected it and I store all the data into it. Then we got a lot of data later. So then I purchased 1 TB, then 2 TB, again 2 TB. Because data is keep increasing. So a lot of downloads, videos. That time we do not have much YouTube kind of stuff. Not always internet access is not there that time. So what even mobiles also not smart mobiles, no. So what we you do, we'll find this torrent website, download CCNA material. It is 14 GB like that. So we'll take 4 5 days, 10 days, 20 days to data, download it, and then copy into the external hard disk. Okay, the movies also, of course. Yeah. Finally, SSDs, guys. This is hard disk. I already told in the hard disk whether it is a SATA interface or PATA interface. The data stores in this platter and it is a magnetic material. Okay. But this is a SSD. See, the SSD contains chipsets. Data stores in chipsets. Yeah, I said now there is a three type of storages nowadays. One is magnetic, optical, and flash. Instead of flash, you can say NAND memory type. Three types of memories: magnetic type, optical type, NAND memory. Instead of flash, you can say NAND memory. It's an exact word. Okay, NAND memory. What is these NAND memories? Your pendrives, SD cards, SSDs. These are all NAND memories. So what is meant by NAND memory? There is a data which stores in the chips. Okay. Of course, it is a non-volatile. In a hard disk, data stores in the platter, which is a magnetic material. Here it is, data stores in the chips. And SSDs are lightweight, so you can easily carry, smaller the size, so easily carry, easy to transport out. That's the main purpose. Less power consumption. Okay. So compared to your hard disk, if you are compared to hard disk, okay. So SSDs are lighter the weight, lesser power consumption, smaller size. These are the basic things. And very important one is high-speed data transmission. Very high-speed data transmission. Read and write speed is also higher compared to SATA hard disk. Compared to PATA, SATA is faster, right? SATA hard disk is faster. Compared to SSD, okay, compared to SSD, like when you are comparing with the SSD, SSDs are read and write speed, data transmission speed is higher. SSD is mainly suitable for storing your operating system and application. If you use SSD for operating system, faster booting, faster operating system will be loaded. Application loading will improve. Like you have a heavy application, like a AutoCAD application is there, or maybe some gaming application is there. Faster loading is there. Okay. Not suitable for regular data. Of course, I am using SSD. I am also stored a regular data also. These are all regular data only, not OS. Not OS is in my C drive, and of course, in applications and data also there in the C drive. In D drive also I have a data, but this is a C drive, D drive completely one single hard SSD only. We can store regular data in the SSD, guys. But why it is not suitable? Why I written like that? Because SSDs are little costlier than normal hard disk. Earlier it is very high. Now it is lesser cost difference. Like earlier you want to 240 240 GB SSD is the cost is around 3,000. Their cost is around 3,000 to 3,500 like that. Okay. By 3,000, 4,000, you can get a hard disk, internal hard disk. By 4,000, you will find a external hard disk 1 TB. Okay. That much 4 times cost difference is 3 to 4 times cost difference is there. Now it is lesser. It is like a 1.2, 1.5 cost difference is there. Not even double cost is not there, but still the cost difference is there. Always compare with the normal hard disk to SSDs. Take 1 TB of normal hard disk, both like a desktop hard disk, laptop hard disk, internal one, and external hard disk. Take 3 hard disks, check the prices, and go to the SSD, SATA interface SSD, M.2 interface SSD, P2 type of M.2 SSD, P3 M.2 SSD. So if you check the comparison, P3 model M.2 SSD is very costlier than your previous. Okay, cost will changes. Desktop internal hard disk is lesser cost. P3 M.2 interface SSD is very high cost. Okay, so it's like a 4 times difference cost is there. Okay, 3 to 4 times cost difference is there. Okay, again NAND SATA SSD. This is a type of SSDs of having a SATA interface, just like your hard disk. It is also having a SATA interface. We can connect using SATA interface like that ribbon, that cable is red color cable. You can connect it. The speed we will get. Read and write speed is 440 Mbps and 500 Mbps read and write speed. This is M.2 P2 type. It is M.2 SSD. Okay, if you see this is an interface to connect, but this interface don't use a cable. It is directly connect on your motherboard. Directly we can insert into your motherboard, just like how you insert a CPU kind of stuff. Okay, it is costlier than previous one, faster than SATA interface SSD also. It is faster but little costly. So that's it, guys. When you are using any new laptop, you're buying a new laptop, check what kind of storage. Is it they are providing M.2 type of SSD? It is good, faster you will get it. And also ask how many M.2 SSD interfaces are there. They give only one for first only one storage they give. Any additional interfaces are there. If you have any additional interface in future also, you can add more SSDs to it. That is the thing. See the read and write speed. Read and write speed. This is 440, 500. SATA interface SSD. This is M.2. How many times? Almost like a more than 4 times. 4 times speed difference is there. Okay, 4 times speed is in a SSD itself. Check with the P3. See it is compared to this, it's around a 9 times, almost like 8, 9, 10 times of speed it is. You want to check it? Check it like go to image. Okay, go to Amazon. Buy 1 TB of 1 TB hard disk. This is external hard disk, 1 TB of external hard disk, USB 3.0. Cost is showing 5,249. Actually, it comes in 4,000 only. Depends upon model, company model. The cost is difference is there. This is internal hard disk. Some company it is 1 TB. So 2,499. If you go to the proper company like a Western Digital, see 4,000 it is showing. So 1 terabyte. Toshiba 1 terabyte. So anyway, it is around 5,000, 4,000 like that. See the internal cost, then 1 terabyte of total SSD. See, this is Samsung SSD 1 terabyte M.2. See 11,000 rupees cost. This is 12,000. So what is the difference? Find out. So 990, 980. This is crucial 1 terabyte. Yeah, it is very lesser. This is the crucial 1 terabyte. 5,699. This is become lesser. How it is possible? Maybe it is a P3 version itself. Okay. The cost always changes, but go to the actual cost also. You will find the original cost. This is showing 10,000. This is 1,000 lesser cost only. But find out, check it with the help of Amazon or Flipkart. So see, this is the cost. This good cost it is. P3 plus PCIe kind of stuff. Uh, yeah, okay. This is an interface to go, but that will directly inserted to your motherboard. M.2 SSD on motherboard. Okay, so you can see this is like on the motherboard directly can insert. Even it is a desktop or laptop, we have a direct connector is there. Just you can insert it and screw it. So that's it is faster data. So if you use cables, the cable lagging is also there now, but this is no lag, sir. No lagging. So that is why it is very fast. Okay. So guys, this is the difference between hard disk and SSDs. Once again, difference between hard disk and SSDs. Hard disk data stores in the platter. Hard disk is magnetic type of storage. SSDs stores data in the chips. NAND memory type. NAND memory type. Okay. SSDs are faster than SATA hard disk. SSDs are lighter the weight, easy to transport, smaller the size, lesser power consumption compared to hard disk. SSDs are high speed data transmission. Read and write speed is much higher than your SATA hard disk. Okay. SSDs having a two type of interface, SATA interface, M.2 type of interfaces. Whereas hard disk having SATA interface and PATA interface. Nowadays we are using SATA interface hard disk. Okay. So that is the differences. Again, additionally, the two interfaces, SATA interface, M.2, M.2 interface SSDs are faster than SATA interface SSDs. M.2 type of interfaces directly inserted on the motherboard. Directly inserted into the map. Okay. Any questions related to the storage? So, so go to the take a break.